Hi, kiddos. Okay, so I thought what I would do is for page 167 in your workbook, it looks like this. And on the slide that you're on, I also did a screen snipping so you could see this. I wanted to help you do the first one. Now yours will be different, but I wanted to show you how I would do it so that you can do it too, and then you can complete the rest of the chart as well. So remember, we're converting. That means we're changing from one unit to another unit. For this one, if you look at your workbook page, the first column, well, it's not the first column, but the first column that you write in, it has measurements in feet and inches or meters and centimeters. And then you convert it to inches or centimeters. So what I've decided to do is since we're going to measure the height of our desk from the floor to the table or the table to the floor, I'm going to go ahead and measure that in feet and inches. So what I decided to do, because you're going to need to pick a tool to measure with, I considered a couple of things. One is, what tools do I have to measure with in my home? You won't believe this, but I don't have a ruler. I don't know what happened, but I don't have a ruler, okay? So I don't have a ruler. I know that you guys were given at materials pickup from Mrs. Rainwater for Science, you were given this, which is, I believe, in centimeters, millimeters. So you could use this if you wanted to. You could think about what your parents used to measure things with. You might have a ruler that I said I don't have, but my husband's a woodworker, so he's constantly measuring, and guess what he's measuring with? This. So I snuck out to his workbench and I knew exactly where one would be. It's a measuring tape, right? Upside down, the measuring tape. So I thought this would be really good to use. Number one, it's convenient. I know where it's at. I can get it quickly. Number two, from the top of my table to the floor, it's not super small. So this would actually be really easy to expand and to use. So if you can get one of these for something that's bigger, this is probably easier for you to use. If you have a yardstick or a meter stick, either one you could use for this too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is measure from the top of my table, which is where I'm sitting now, to the floor. So I'm just pulling this out, hooking it on the edge of the table, letting it go to the floor, and mark where it lands on the floor. So mine landed right here on the 31. Now these big black numbers on here are inches. Now what you'll notice is there are arrows that have an F in it. Like you can see the 2F, that stands for 2 feet. Look at this one right here. 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. So it has feet and it has inches on it already. So when I measured mine, it was right here at 31. Okay, so if I am writing, as our workbook asks us to do, in feet and inches, I would look and say, okay, how many feet was that? What's the closest feet mark? So starting from down here at the 1, okay, so there's 1 foot. There's the second foot. So we're at 2 feet, but we're not quite at 3 feet because look, 3 feet is there. We were here at the 31. So it's 3 feet plus some inches. So look, 3 feet, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches. Now this actually has the inches from each foot. So it's really easy to see, not all of them have that. So this is actually the distance from the floor of my table top, from the floor to the top of my table is 2 feet and 7 inches. So in the first box, that's what I'm going to write, 2 feet and 7 inches. Now I'm going to stop the video and then I'm going to show you another, I'm going to show you how to do the next part in a second video. All right.